over to Nintendo, in addition to Perfect Dark this year, we also had ye old Legend of Zelda, Majora's Mask.
What a weird and beautiful game.
What an odd chapter in the Zelda saga.
Yeah, it was. They had, I think, it was a year of development time and largely reused assets. You could see a lot of the familiar faces and a lot of the familiar, backgrounds and stuff. But the way they repurposed it, it was such a interesting concept. They threw the Zelda story out the window. There is no Zelda. You see her in like a 5-second flashback teaching you a song. After that, it's no. You are in a different world. You're not in Hyrule. There is a giant moon going to crash down in 3 days. And that feeling of anxiety carries through the whole game. Even if you can rewind time, you're still stuck with that moon.
Yeah, it's there always. The shadow of apocalypse hanging over you in a Zelda game. And a horrible apocalypse, world-ending destruction that you seem almost powerless to stop. I really like this game. I love when developers are faced with restrictions. In this case, they had a time limit on development, and they find a clever way to use those restrictions. In this case, creating that over and over cycle.
Like the Halo ODST of the Zelda series.
Right. No, it's
it would technically be the flip of that, by the way, but
Yeah.
go with it.
No, but it's what's impressive about it too, tonally. And it's not. I'll be honest. I've said this before. Majora's Mask is not my favorite to play, or even to look at. But as an experience, as an atmosphere, like there's a sense of urgency and danger that is kind of lacking in a lot of other games that Majora's Mask preserves from beginning to end. Like you said, you're always nervous. And like that doesn't sound. That's why it's so divisive too. It's probably the most divisive Zelda game in the sense that some people love it, some people hate it.
I think Majora's Mask is brilliant, but I can't play it. That time limit kills me.
Yeah.
Anytime I try, I'm just like doki 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 doki. I'm so scared the whole time. It stresses me out.
I believe this was Anuma's first shot at doing his own Zelda.
At directing, yeah.
He worked on Ocarina of Time, but this was his first big shot, and now he's become one of those big names, let's say with Zelda, with Miyamoto. And I think he did a really good job of just putting the story on its head, and like the way it clashes with this vibrant, colorful, happy, with this deep, depressing sadness, just with the people you interact with, because they reused a lot of these people. The way they got around that was they gave them all personalities. Because you were in this town for 3 days and you saw them again and again and again, the way they interact with you really stuck with you. And you could see that. And with the final moments when the moon is crashing down, who stays, who flees, and what they're doing. Like there's a very stoic sword master who teaches you about sword stuff. You go in the final 5 minutes, he's cowering in a corner, afraid to die.
Yeah.
And there's a postman who doesn't know if he should follow the orders and his whole life is his schedule, or if he should just run away. And like the way they handle this is it's depressing, but it's just like the emotions that go through this game.
It's a powerful melancholy. It's kind of evocative of the Windfish in that regard. You definitely see some of that influencing it.